अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss 26th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 4th canto, in which there is description of Puranjana hunting and queen became angry. These topics will hear in this chapter. So in first three verses, it is stated that how Puranjan went for hunting. Its meaning is that material body and engagement of living entities. As I have discussed, I have already said that we will hear the meaning of this story in 28th chapter, I think. So, the great sage Narada continued, my dear king, once upon a time, King Puranjana took up his great bow and equipped with a golden armor and quiver of unlimited arrows, and accompanied by 11 commanders, he sat on his chariot driven by 5 swift horses and went to the forest named Panchaprastha. He took with him in that chariot 2 explosive arrows. The chariot itself was situated on 2 wheels and 1 revolving co-axle. On the chariot were 3 flags, 1 rein, 1 chariot driver, 1 sitting place, 2 poles to which the harness was fixed, 5 weapons and 7 coverings. The chariot moved in 5 different styles and 5 obstacles lay before it. All the decorations of the chariot were made of gold. So its meaning will hear. This is a, you may say, this is allegory. So next 7 verses describes how Puranjan went for hunting in the forest. Its meaning is that Jiva performing forbidden acts under ignorance. So in verse 4 it is stated, it was almost impossible for King Puranjan to give up the company of his queen even for a moment. Nonetheless, on that day, being very much inspired by the desire to hunt, he took up his bow and arrow with great pride and went to the forest, not caring for his wife. In verse 6 it is stated that if a king is too attracted to eating flesh, he may, according to the directions of the revealed scriptures on sacrificial performances, go to the forest and kill some animals that are recommended for killing. One is not allowed to kill animals unnecessarily or without restrictions. The Vedas regulate animal killing to stop the extravagance of foolish men influenced by the mode of passion and ignorance. This is Vedic injunction. So, from 11 to 20, these 10 verses will hear how Puranjan returns home and appeases his aggrieved wife. How Jiva, its meaning is that how Jiva regains his dharmic intelligence. So in verse 11, it is stated, after this the king, very much fatigued, hungry and thirsty, returned to his royal palace. After returning, he took a bath and had an appropriate dinner. Then he took rest and thus became freed from all restlessness. Then verse 19 it is stated, the king with aggrieved mind began to speak to his wife with very pleasing words. Although he was filled with great regret and tried to pacify her, he couldn't see any symptom of anger caused by love within the heart of his beloved wife. So from 21 to 26, these 6 verses describe how Puranjan pacifies his queen. His queen is so much angry. So he pacifies. In verse 22 it is stated, my dear slender maiden, when a master chastises his servant, the servant should accept this as great mercy. One who becomes angry must be very foolish, not know that such is the duty of his friend. So queen is the master and king is the servant. So in this way, in verse 26 it is stated that, my dear queen, due to my sinful desires, I went to the forest to hunt without asking you, and therefore I must admit that I have offended you. Nonetheless, thinking of me as your most intimate subordinate, you should still be very much pleased with me. Actually, I am very much bereaved, but being pierced by the arrow of Cupid, I am feeling lusty. But where is the beautiful woman who would give up her lusty husband and refuse to unite with him? In this way, and this is the situation of a person attacked by lusty desires. Hmm. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 5th chapter by Lord Rishabhdev, who is an incarnation of the Lord, that this world is called Maithunara, Maithunagar. Here one wants to enjoy sex, but how is it? Because of ignorance. It is stated in by Lord Rishabhdev that Jadana Pasyanti Ajatha Guneha Swarte Pramatha Sahasa Vipasyata Gatasmriti Vindanti Tatra Tahapan Asadya Maithuna Magaramagya Jadana Pasyati. He cannot see Ajatha Guneha. How? Because of Guna. Ajathavat Pradhanati Buddhisa Partha Rajasi. In Bhagavad Gita 18th chapter it is stated that the intelligence in the mode of passion is that ajathavat, that is unjustified, ajathavat, prajanati buddhi. In this way, jadana pasyanti ajatha guneha swarte pramatha sahasa vipassita. Even if a very intelligent person, vipassita, but swarte pramatha, but because of gratifying the senses, he becomes mad. Gata smriti, then his memory is lost, as it described in Bhagavad Gita 2nd chapter. Memory is lost. Then asadya maithuna magar magya, that foolish person becomes addicted to this sex desire. But actually that is not happiness. The Lord said it is tapan, it is misery. Because of this maya, this illusion, he thinks misery as a pleasure. That is maya, that is illusion. And it is stated by the Lord, not by any ordinary person. Asadya maithuna magar magya. This material world is described as maithunagara. It is, everyone is haunted by this passion, mode of passion, and this lusty desire. So, it is an allegory. Narada says, we'll hear what its meaning, we'll see. So, in this way, in the next chapter, we'll hear, in 27th chapter, how this Chandavaga attacks this city of Puranjan. Chandavaga, that time. Character of Kalakanya, the daughter of Chandavaga is Kalakanya, that is old age. In this way, we'll hear in the next chapter how this Puranjana wasted his life. Wasted. My human life is not meant for these things. Sense enjoyment only. That is that is due for the animals. That is also stated by Lord Rishabhdev. Nayang deho deho bhajang nuloke kastan kaman arhate vidbhujangje tapo divyam putragajena sattam suddhet jasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. Animals, they are in the lower consciousness, they in the bodily consciousness only. They cannot think of higher than that. Brahma Jigyasa, they cannot inquire about the Lord, about the truth. But human being is higher, is endowed with a higher consciousness, that is called Mukulita Chetana, budding consciousness, in which he can desire, he can inquire about the Lord. Who am I? Kiyami Kename Jara Tapatra, as inquired by Sanatana Goswami to Mahaprabhu, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, described in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Athata Brahma Jigyasa. Human life is meant for that. Brahma Jigyasa. Who am I? But how many people do this? Very few. So those who are very fortunate, they inquire about these things and they take the shelter of a guru, spiritual master, and they get the knowledge of the Lord, and they are rescued or delivered from this material ocean of Maithunagar. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.